Greetings, survivors and friends. I suppose you'd like an update, wouldn't you? Oh, go on then. Well, you see, even though the first page of a new year's only just been thumbed open, and even though the team at Facepunch spent most of the last 2 weeks eating, drinking, and trying not to think about how wonderful Rust is to work on, I have actually managed to scrape enough news off of the outside of the barrel to spoon into a small yogurt pot for you. First of all, even though there weren't really any what you would call major changes this time round, it was still a forced wipe. The seasonal content's now melted away, of course, and as I reported last month, there's been a fix for greedy tool cupboards gobbling up more resources than they should have been. This was especially noticeable when it came to high-qual, naturally, and you can read the full, thrilling explanation on this month's blog. There was also a fix for a rather cool glitch that meant you could use a snow machine to completely block some cave entrances. Shame. Talking of which, over on Happis Island, if you ever visit there, the large double caves have now been removed to encourage players to raid more. How dare they not raid? And there were a few small terrain improvements. And that's about it for actual changes. And I know I said before that the oil rig was kind of expected to float out in this update, but sadly, I'm just the messenger, and the messages are sometimes wrong. It's not ready yet, it seems. So, I'm sorry if you were pumped for it, but it should definitely be in next month's patch on February the 7th. And so we come to works in progress, with the big story being this, because you can't spell thrust without rust. I'm going to say it's a two-man ultralight helicopter, although I'm sure all the masses of aviation experts who follow me will give the correct terminology in the comments and explain why this model's all wrong and would never work in real life. But seriously, I don't care. This isn't real life, fortunately. It looks great and is obviously the most stylish and safe way to travel by air, as long as you don't stand up. I don't have a date on this. All we have at the moment is a model, so don't get tilted if it's not available to play with for a while, but I will, of course, keep you posted. Meanwhile, also on ArtStation, something else popped up which I didn't expect, this rework of an old asset, the camera, which has been a bit obscura for a long old time. Perhaps it'll become more useful for something at some point. Who knows? Would be nice if we could snap our friends and hang them on the wall, but that's just a thought. There was a commit about Wolf AI recently, and although it's too early to say what upgrades there'll be to the furry half-wits, I might have more on that in the next couple of weeks. Okay, that's about it. If I say any more, I'll just be making stuff up. So consider yourself up to date, and please spank all the relevant buttons and bells on your way out if you'd be so kind. Come and join me in as many other places as you can, such as Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and my Steam group, and I shall catch you all soon. In the meantime, keep calm and stay rusty. Cheerio.